Hi, thanks for requesting to download our river cruising A4 cheat sheet. We hope you found it useful. You can actually print it off by clicking on the link below this video. My name's Alex and this is a short explanation of what we've produced here, an industry first, so stick with me and I hope you find it useful. On the left hand side we've got 13 operators that we work with. Some you will have heard of, such as Viking, others you may not have done. It just goes to show the breadth of different companies there are involved in river cruising at the moment. There really are quite a lot of differences between the different operators, which aren't always apparent when you look at a brochure. And obviously if you ring the operator themselves, they're not going to talk you out of something, they're going to just book it for you. If you look at the way that the different operators do the destinations, that's really more important than how many drinks you have included. For example, my customer that I booked on Scenic, when he came back, told his friends, "How much did you love the concert that we had, the private recital in Vienna?" His friends had booked directly with Emerald and said, "What concert?" because they didn't get any at all. So that goes to show you, if there's things like in Budapest, being able to cruise through Budapest at night, which is an unbelievable experience and something that shouldn't be missed, there's only a couple of operators that actually do that. That's Ama Waterways and Amadeus. You won't get that on Viking. In fact, you won't get the evening concert on Viking either, and you won't get the evening concert in Vienna on Riviera. You'll get a small group of musicians on board the ship. So again, you know, they're not deal breakers, but it just goes to show it's what you get included in the destination that becomes really, really important. And if you look on the cheat sheet, you can also see that some of the operators include bicycles. Now, you may not feel like going on a bicycling tour, if that's the correct way of terming it, but actually towpaths really do suit bicycles, and they do give you a way of being able to get into a city and be able to see things like the locals do as well. Scenic, for example, have a GPS system, which means you can take that out with you, as well as the packed lunch that they'll provide, and you can go off on your own exploring. It's really a lovely way to see things and makes you feel a bit less like, you know, you're constantly in group tours and moving from place to place, bus to bus. So for those that aren't so convinced about a river cruise and how well it's going to fit with their expectations, that really makes you feel like you've got that bit of flexibility that you might not otherwise have on a ship without them. So let me quickly whiz through the rest of it. So we've got the operators on the left hand side. We've then got an average cabin size on the middle deck. We then show which of the operators have French balconies, which are what I always describe as the patio doors, you can't get out, and which ones have the verandas. So again, a quick comparison, and you will notice that some of the top operators don't actually have the verandas on, and that tends to be because a veranda eats into the size of your cabin, so a decision they've made to give you a bigger cabin rather than a smaller sit-out area. Then you can see staff and crew, again, markedly different once you get into the top level operators. We can tell which ones are the top level because of the amount of pound signs next to them. Then we've got flexibility of itineraries and durations, the tours that we talked about, and you can see where you have got those sort of special ones. Then we've got the things that say more than just group tours. You've got your drinks, your tips, your Wi-Fi, and the ones that do the home pickup.
You're not going to find yourself in an ocean cruise situation with a massive bar bill at the end of a river cruise. Most operators will include some sort of drinks, and if you're really wanting, as some people are, champagne flowing throughout the day, you'll be able to see who's going to be able to give you that. But generally, there's drinks included with dinner, and most people find that's adequate. Tipping, again, not a great deal breaker, but a nice to have if it's included. But generally that can work out not the most expensive part of your holiday. So don't be put off if an operator's not including the tips, and you'll certainly never have a staff member holding out the hand looking for it. It's all done very discreetly at the end of the cruise. No problems there. Most ships have Wi-Fi these days. Some will try and charge you for it. The Wi-Fi does tend to be a little bit intermittent, but again, if you're not paying for it, then it's a nice to have. So Just coming over to the other side, you can see we've just put some quick notes from our experiences to what we believe are the selling points of these particular operators, and we understand some of them you just might not have heard of. So if we look at Quasi, fine French dining and inclusive drinks offers great value. Those are really good for people that have got a tighter budget and want to see these places. They don't include the tours, so you can pick and choose. Other operators include everything, but obviously there's a price point attached to that as well, so lots of different things to consider. We hope that's been helpful. We don't just do the Danube, obviously. We cover all of the rivers if there's a river cruise to be had, even small barges. But this gives you a good feel for the main operators that we deal with. And hopefully, if you've got any questions, you'll get in touch with us. So thank you for listening. Enjoy the cheat sheet. You can print it off. We look forward to hearing from you soon.